talk about that, Jack.
What are we talking about?
Let's talk about the findings of how, and it wasn't intentional.
Oh,
The findings that it was not intentional?
From the general auditor that this was not intentionally done. Like he's
So,
not finding it.
so this is the general auditor's report from yesterday,
yes.
Yes.
from Monday, December the, what is it, 27th? No, the 28th.
Explain to me how it's not intentional. You know you have to do something. You don't do said something. You lie saying you did said something. How is that not intentional? You didn't accidentally not put in the phosphates. You didn't accidentally lie to the EPA. How is none of that intentional?
Well, let's take it up a notch, though, okay? Legally, it is the MDEQ's job to know what is going on, okay? They know what the plant is capable of running and not running. The engineer, Mike Prisby, should know what is in that plant. You know, what equipment they have, what equipment they don't have. And the fact that the equipment was not there till a few weeks ago, that right there shows you that it was intentional. It was an intentional lie.
Surprised face? Jeez. Oh, gee. I guess they never came to the plant and checked that out. But let's, it's okay. It's not their fault. They misinterpreted the lead and copper rule. And so what I keep saying is I'm going to misinterpret the, speed limit. And I'm going to go 90 and be like, hey.
No, misinterpret your bill.
I will misinterpret my bill, which, by the way, LeeAnne, you'll think this is funny. You know how they've been billing me for like 12 to 13 units every single month, and my bill is ridiculously high? They put the new meter in, and they estimated a couple bills. The first actual read, we used 5 units. I took my bill downtown, and she's all like, well, this can't be right. And I'm like, and I got a shut-off. So here's thousands of dollars that we've paid over the past year and a half for commercial use of water. 5. We used 5 units. And they're just like, well, we don't know what we're going to do about this. And I'm like, you're not going to shut me off. Don't shut off my poison. But I'm also not going to pay you any more for it.
But that's 5 units for not drinking it.
Yes, 5 units for not drinking it. But even Bob Bocock says that it's unbelievable the way that they bill, and that the fact that they're billing so high for sewage and so high for water before anything even happens. And he was like, they're billing you for your shower draining out, just every single thing. Because my question was, they're billing me this much for sewage, how much do I actually flush? I know my kids don't flush the toilet. Why is it so expensive? And that's that pesky bathing that keeps getting in the way.
Did you see my response to Governor Snyder's wanting to build trust tweet?
Yes. Well, I also wished for a unicorn, so there's that.
Well, you want to rebuild trust. Use the people to do the independent testing that the citizens trust. Virginia Tech, Mark Edwards. There you go. That's your first stepping stone, buddy.
And the funny thing is that all the work that we put into that, no one ever questioned the tests and said that they weren't valid and we didn't do them the right way. So why wouldn't they come back to the same group of people, the same scientists that proved there was a problem to begin with? Why not rely on those same people to do it just as efficiently and as quickly as we did it? Look how fast those test results got back to people. There's people that have turned in their test bottles through the city and they haven't gotten anything yet, and it's been 2 months yet again. So the story hasn't changed.
Right. And when the whole stuff about PSI came out and I talked to Mark, Mark's willing to do it. All they have to do is ask. And instead of spending $75,000 on 150 tests, we can spend $75,000 on 750 tests. That's an additional 600 tests that can be done.
Their excuse is that they're going to be digging up some pipes too. So tell me your first heart attack isn't that they're going to be disrupting these pipes and disrupting the lead. I'm like, you can't do that. You can't just go poking around and digging up, doing partial replacement, partial cutting chunks out and everything. But they're talking about doing that. It scares me.
That's not what they're doing. With the digging part of it, it's going to be, do you remember when we were talking, I was talking about the loops that they're putting in the treatment plant to test the water.
Yeah.
That's what the digging is going to be for. They're going to dig up the lead line so they can use what's actually already in the system to do accurate testing to figure out what chemicals need to be in there to protect the citizens in a controlled environment.
So why is that under the same proposal as testing? It should be separate. So they can do up all that digging. They can handle that digging, whatever. Why can't they let just Virginia Tech do the testing? I mean, at this point in time, that makes no sense. Because honestly, I've been reading the reviews on this company. It's scary, all the lawsuits that they've got, negligence, false reporting. These are things that...
Racketeering?
Yeah, racketeering. I don't want those people in my house. You know?
Everybody I've talked to said they will not allow PSI into their home.
No.
Virginia Tech, they will. PSI, they will not. And I'm fine, and that's one of the things I've been working on. Is I'm fine if they want to, hire PSI to do the work for the digging up the pipes. Have at it. But as far as them coming into people's homes and testing, yeah, no, nobody wants that.
No, not at all.